Question 1. What are the key principles underlying the British Constitution? A. Federalism and judicial independence. B. Monarchical power and aristocratic privilege. C. Parliamentary sovereignty, rule of law, and respect for rights. D. Direct democracy and proportional representation. Answer: C. Parliamentary sovereignty, rule of law, and respect for rights. The British Constitution, although uncodified, is fundamentally built on these principles, ensuring that the Parliament is the supreme legal authority, laws are followed fairly, and individual rights are respected. Question 2. Detail the process and significance of the Bill of Rights 1689. A. It outlined specific rights for the monarchy. B. It established the foundations for a republican government. C. It settled the succession to the English throne and limits the powers of the king. D. It served as the original constitution of the UK. Answer: C. It settled the succession to the English throne and limits the powers of the king. The Bill of Rights 1689 is a landmark act in English law, asserting the rights of Parliament over the monarchy, thus laying a significant groundwork for the evolution of constitutional monarchy. Question 3. How did the Glorious Revolution of 1688 shape the political system of the UK? A. It confirmed the dominance of the monarchy over the Parliament. B. It led to the establishment of parliamentary democracy. C. It introduced the concept of divine right of kings. D. It abolished all previous forms of governance. Answer: B. It led to the establishment of parliamentary democracy. The Glorious Revolution decisively established the supremacy of Parliament over the Crown, which was a turning point towards constitutional monarchy in Britain. Question 4. What are the responsibilities of the Home Secretary in the UK? A. Managing the nation's finances and budget. B. Overseeing education and workforce development. C. Directing national defence and the armed forces. D. Leading on immigration, security, and law and order. Answer: D. Leading on immigration, security, and law and order. The Home Secretary's role encompasses overseeing domestic security, policing, immigration, and citizenship, making it a pivotal position in the UK government. Question 5. What legal document began the process of combining the laws of Scotland and England? A. The Magna Carta. B. The Acts of Union 1707. C. The Treaty of Edinburgh-Northampton. D. The Common Law Act 1850. Answer: B. The Acts of Union 1707. This set of acts combined the parliaments of Scotland and England, leading to the unification under one parliament at Westminster and beginning the process of harmonising laws across both countries. Question 6. How does the UK's parliamentary sovereignty manifest in its legislative process? A. Through the absolute power of the judiciary. B. By allowing the monarch to veto any legislation. C. Parliament can make or overturn any law without legal constraint. D. All laws require public approval via referenda. Answer: C. Parliament can make or overturn any law without legal constraint. UK parliamentary sovereignty means that Parliament is the supreme legal authority, capable of creating or ending any law, generally without a challenge or legal override. Question 7. Explain the significance of the Reform Acts passed during the 19th century. A. They restricted voting rights to landowners. B. They abolished the House of Commons. C. They extended the right to vote broadening democratic participation. D. They centralized all power in the House of Lords. Answer. C. They extended the right to vote, broadening democratic participation. The Reform Acts significantly expanded the electorate in the UK, reducing property requirements for voting and thereby making the electoral process more democratic. Question 8. Who were the Chartists and what did they achieve? A. A political movement that achieved early parliamentary reform. B. Protesters who sought to overthrow the monarchy. C. A labour movement that secured workers' rights in factories. D. Advocates for universal male suffrage and electoral reform. Answer. D. Advocates for universal male suffrage and electoral reform. The Chartists were a working-class movement in the 19th century that campaigned for political reforms centered on the People's Charter of 1838, which included demands for universal male suffrage. Question 9. What was the impact of the Corn Laws on the UK's economic and social policies? A. They stimulated economic growth by lowering grain prices. B. They led to high food prices and restricted imports, causing widespread discontent. C. They eliminated tariffs, enhancing free trade. D. They promoted equal wealth distribution. Answer. B. They led to high food prices and restricted imports, causing widespread discontent. The Corn Laws, enacted to protect domestic grain producers by imposing high tariffs on imported grain, led to high food prices and significant public unrest, eventually leading to their repeal. Question 10. Detail the cause and effects of the Great Famine in Ireland. A. Caused by overpopulation and resolved by migration. B. Triggered by a bacterial disease in potatoes, leading to mass starvation and emigration. C. Resulted from trade embargoes imposed by England. D. A natural disaster with no significant impact. Answer. B. Triggered by a bacterial disease in potatoes, leading to mass starvation and emigration. The Great Famine, also known as the Irish Potato Famine, was caused by a potato blight and had devastating effects, including widespread starvation and a significant increase in emigration from Ireland. Question 11. What roles do the devolved governments of Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland play? A. They handle all domestic issues except defence and foreign affairs. B. They are purely ceremonial with no legislative powers. C. They advise the UK Parliament on regional matters. D. They manage only educational affairs. Answer. A. They handle all domestic issues except defence and foreign affairs. The devolved governments in Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland exercise legislative powers over a range of domestic issues such as education and health, while the UK Parliament retains control over non-devolved matters. Question 12. How does the Prime Minister of the UK get selected? A. Direct election by the public. B. Appointment by the Queen. C. Leader of the majority party in the House of Commons. D. Selection by the House of Lords. Answer. C. Leader of the majority party in the House of Commons. The Prime Minister is typically the leader of the political party that can command a majority in the House of Commons and is formally appointed by the Queen. Question 13. What triggered the UK's decolonisation process after World War II? A. Economic pressures and rising nationalist movements in the colonies. B. A decision by the United Nations. C. The loss of the American colonies. D. An agreement at the Treaty of Versailles. Answer. A. economic pressures and rising nationalist movements in the colonies. Post-World War II, the UK began decolonising due to economic difficulties and strong independence movements within the colonies. Question 14. Discuss the importance of the Commonwealth to the UK's foreign policy. A. It has no real impact on UK foreign relations. B. Serves as a major economic and political alliance. C. Functions primarily as a cultural organisation. D. Acts as a platform for military cooperation only. Answer. B. Serves as a major economic and political alliance. The Commonwealth remains a significant element in the UK's foreign policy, promoting trade, diplomatic, and cultural ties between its member countries. Question 15. What events led to the UK's entry into World War I? A. The invasion of Poland by Germany. B. Economic conflicts with France. C. The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand and subsequent alliances. D. Disputes over colonial territories with Germany. Answer. C. The assassination of Archduke Franz Ferdinand and subsequent alliances. The assassination triggered a series of events due to entangled alliances that led to the UK's involvement in World War I. Question 16. How did World War II alter the UK's global stance? A. It confirmed the UK's role as the dominant global empire. B. Led to significant territorial expansion. C. Marked the beginning of the end of the British Empire. D. Had no significant impact on the UK's global position. Answer. C. Marked the beginning of the end of the British Empire. Post-World War II, the UK faced significant economic challenges and a wave of decolonisation, which marked a shift in its global role. Question 17. Who was responsible for the creation of the National Health Service and why? A. Winston Churchill, to boost national morale post-war. B. Aneurin Bevan, to provide free healthcare to all citizens. C. Margaret Thatcher, as part of economic reforms. D. Elizabeth II, through a royal decree. Answer. B. Aneurin Bevan, to provide free healthcare to all citizens. Bevan, as Minister of Health, was instrumental in founding the NHS in 1948, ensuring that healthcare became accessible to all UK residents without charge at the point of use. Question 18. Discuss the impact of Thatcherism on the UK's social and economic policies in the 1980s. A. It emphasised state control over industries. B. Led to privatisation of state-owned enterprises and reduction of trade union power. C. Focused on expanding the welfare state. D. Promoted free education for all. Answer. B. Led to privatisation of state-owned enterprises and reduction of trade union power. Thatcherism is characterised by economic policies that included deregulation, privatisation of state-owned companies, and a reduction in the power and influence of trade unions. Question 19. What led to the signing of the Good Friday Agreement in 1998? A. The desire to end economic sanctions in Northern Ireland. B. Efforts to resolve the ongoing conflict and establish peace in Northern Ireland. C. A shift in the UK's policy towards total independence for Northern Ireland. D. International pressure from the United States. Answer. B. Efforts to resolve the ongoing conflict and establish peace in Northern Ireland. The Good Friday Agreement was a major political development aimed at bringing an end to the decades of sectarian conflict known as the Troubles. Question 20. How did the UK handle the transition of Hong Kong in 1997? A. By granting it full independence. B. through a military intervention. C. By returning sovereignty to China under the one country, two systems framework. D. Ignoring international agreements and maintaining control. Answer. C. By returning sovereignty to China under the one country, two systems framework. The transition of Hong Kong in 1997 was managed through an agreement that promised to maintain distinct administrative and economic systems for 50 years after the handover. Question 21. Explain the UK's role in the creation of the United Nations. A. The UK opposed the formation of the United Nations. B. The UK was among the original founding members and played a significant role in its establishment. C. The UK joined only after significant amendments to the Charter. D. The UK played a minimal role, primarily offering logistical support. Answer. B. The UK was among the original founding members and played a significant role in its establishment. The UK, alongside other major Allied powers of World War II, was instrumental in forming the United Nations, aiming to promote international peace and security. Question 22. What was the impact of the Beveridge Report on British social welfare? A. It led to the reduction of welfare benefits. B. It had little to no impact on social welfare policies. C. It proposed comprehensive reforms that laid the foundations for the modern welfare state. D. It primarily focused on healthcare reforms. Answer. C. It proposed comprehensive reforms that laid the foundations for the modern welfare state. The Beveridge Report, published in 1942, recommended sweeping changes to address poverty and introduced concepts that led to the establishment of various social insurance programs. Question 23. Detail the legislative changes brought about by the Human Rights Act 1998. A. It restricted the application of human rights within the UK. B. It incorporated the European Convention on Human Rights into UK law, allowing citizens to bring cases in domestic courts. C. It abolished all previous UK human rights protections. D. It created new rights that had never been recognised before in the UK. Answer. B. It incorporated the European Convention on Human Rights into UK law, allowing citizens to bring cases in domestic courts. The Human Rights Act 1998 marked a significant development in UK law by making it easier for individuals to claim their rights under the European Convention without having to go to the European Court of Human Rights in Strasbourg. Question 24. Who were the suffragettes, and what methods did they use in their activism? A. A political party that used legislative means to promote women's rights. B. Women activists who employed both peaceful and militant tactics to win voting rights for women. C. A group that opposed any form of women's rights. D. Activists who focused solely on educational reforms for women. Answer. B. Women activists who employed both peaceful and militant tactics to win voting rights for women. The suffragettes are famous for their vigorous campaign to secure women's suffrage in the UK, using a range of tactics from peaceful protests to more direct actions. Question 25. What role did Britain play in the Treaty of Versailles? A. It was primarily concerned with securing trade routes. B. Britain was a minor signatory and had little influence over the terms. C. Britain played a leading role in drafting the treaty, which formally ended World War I. D. It opposed the treaty and did not sign it. Answer. C. Britain played a leading role in drafting the treaty, which formally ended World War I. The UK, along with France and the United States, was one of the principal architects of the Treaty of Versailles, influencing its terms to shape the post-war order. Question 26. Explain the significance of the Battle of Hastings in 1066. A. It marked the end of Viking rule in England. B. It resulted in the Norman conquest of England, profoundly impacting the English culture and language. C. It was a minor skirmish with little historical significance. D. It led to the establishment of the first English Parliament. Answer. B. It resulted in the Norman conquest of England, profoundly impacting the English culture and language. The Battle of Hastings is a pivotal event in English history, leading to Norman control over England and significant cultural and administrative changes. Question 27. What are the legal repercussions of the Acts of Union 1707 today? A. They have been entirely repealed. B. They continue to influence the constitutional framework of the UK, binding Scotland and England under one Parliament. C. They only affect maritime law. D. They are considered outdated and are only of historical interest. Answer. B. They continue to influence the constitutional framework of the UK, binding Scotland and England under one Parliament. The Acts of Union 1707 created a single political entity, Great Britain, and their implications are still relevant in the governance and legal structure of the UK today. Question 28. How has the concept of the right to roam evolved in British law? A. It has been restricted to fewer areas over time. B. It was abolished in the 20th century. C. It grants public access to privately owned land for recreation. D. It applies only to members of the aristocracy. Answer. C. It grants public access to privately owned land for recreation. The right to roam has been expanded, particularly with legislation like the Countryside and Rights of Way Act 2000 in England and Wales, which allows people wider access to the countryside. Question 29. What is the royal prerogative and how is it applied in modern governance? A. It is the monarch's right to rule without parliamentary consent. B. It refers to the powers exercised by the government in the name of the Crown. C. It allows the monarchy to pass laws without judicial review. D. It is a ceremonial power with no real impact on governance. Answer. B. It refers to the powers exercised by the government in the name of the Crown. The royal prerogative includes a range of executive powers, such as issuing passports or appointing ministers, which are exercised by the government but formally vested in the Crown. Question 30. Detail the circumstances and outcomes of the Suez Crisis of 1956. A. It confirmed Britain's status as a global superpower. B. It involved a failed military intervention by the UK, France and Israel in Egypt, leading to political embarrassment for Britain. C. It resulted in a significant expansion of the British Empire in the Middle East. D. It was a diplomatic success that enhanced Britain's influence in the United Nations. Answer. B. It involved a failed military intervention by the UK, France and Israel in Egypt, leading to political embarrassment for Britain. The Suez Crisis marked a turning point in British foreign policy, highlighting the decline of Britain's influence on the world stage. Question 31. How has British foreign policy changed post-Brexit? A. It has become more isolationist, cutting off all international relations. B. There has been a greater focus on strengthening relationships with Commonwealth countries and pursuing bilateral trade agreements. C. It has shifted to a policy of complete neutrality in international affairs. D. The UK has rejoined the European Union. Answer B. There has been a greater focus on strengthening relationships with Commonwealth countries and pursuing bilateral trade agreements. Post-Brexit, the UK has aimed to redefine its role on the global stage, seeking to establish itself as an independent trading nation with a global outlook. Question 32. What was the impact of the swinging 60s on British culture and society? A. It was a period marked by economic decline and social unrest. B. The era was characterized by significant cultural liberation, artistic innovation, and the emergence of new social norms. C. It saw the reinstatement of conservative cultural values. D. The period had little impact on British culture and is seldom remembered. Answer B. The era was characterized by significant cultural liberation, artistic innovation, and the emergence of new social norms. The swinging 60s were pivotal in shaping modern British culture, influencing music, fashion, and the arts, and challenging established social conventions. Question 33. Discuss the implications of the UK not adopting the euro. A. It led to the UK's immediate financial collapse. B. Maintaining the pound sterling allowed the UK greater control over its monetary policy. C. It resulted in the UK being expelled from the European Union. D. It has isolated the UK economically from the rest of Europe. Answer B. Maintaining the pound sterling allowed the UK greater control over its monetary policy. By not adopting the euro, the UK has retained flexibility in managing its monetary policy, which has been particularly important during economic crises. Question 34. What is the significance of the Magna Carta in the context of contemporary British law? A. It has no relevance today and is viewed only as a historical document. B. It forms the basis of all current UK law. C. It is considered foundational for establishing principles of justice and liberty still relevant today. D. It is primarily significant for its detailed legal procedures. Answer C. It is considered foundational for establishing principles of justice and liberty still relevant today. The Magna Carta, while not legally binding in all its parts today, is celebrated as a symbol of the rule of law and has influenced legal principles both in the UK and around the world. Question 35. How did the Industrial Revolution alter the economic landscape of the UK? A. It led to the decline of agriculture as the predominant economic activity. B. It had a minimal impact on the UK's economy, affecting only a few regions. C. It decreased urbanisation and the size of the workforce. D. It primarily affected the UK's foreign colonies. Answer A. It led to the decline of agriculture as the predominant economic activity. The Industrial Revolution marked a major turning point in economic history, with the establishment of industrial production processes leading to significant urban growth and a shift from agrarian economies. Question 36. What were the causes and consequences of the English Civil War? A. It was caused by religious disputes and resulted in the establishment of a theocratic state. B. It stemmed from conflicts over political power between the monarchy and parliament, leading to the temporary overthrow of the monarchy. C. It was initiated by foreign invasions and had no significant consequences. D. The war was purely economic, focused on control over trade routes. Answer B. It stemmed from conflicts over the political power between the monarchy and parliament, leading to the temporary overthrow of the monarchy. The English Civil War was a complex series of events that reflected deep-seated tensions over how the country was governed, culminating in the execution of Charles I and the establishment of the Commonwealth under Oliver Cromwell. Question 37. How does the UK's judicial system ensure fairness and impartiality in its operations? A. By allowing political interference in judicial decisions. B. Judges are elected by popular vote to ensure they reflect current public values. C. Through rigorous legal training, adherence to the rule of law, and judicial independence from the government. D. All judicial decisions are reviewed and approved by the Prime Minister. Answer: C. Through rigorous legal training, adherence to the rule of law, and judicial independence from the government. The UK's judicial system is designed to operate independently of political influences, ensuring fair and impartial administration of justice. Question 38. Discuss the evolution and importance of the Speaker's role in the House of Commons. A. The Speaker's role has diminished over time, now serving only ceremonial functions. B. Originally a spokesperson for the monarchy, the Speaker now facilitates order and neutrality in debates and decision-making processes. C. The Speaker leads the government and dictates the legislative agenda. D. The role has not evolved and remains exactly as it was in medieval times. Answer: B. Originally a spokesperson for the monarchy, the Speaker now facilitates order and neutrality in debates and decision-making processes. The Speaker is crucial in maintaining order during debates, ensuring that parliamentary rules are followed, and representing the Commons to the monarchy and outside bodies. Question 39. How has immigration shaped modern British society? A. It has had little impact on British society. B. Immigration has contributed to the cultural diversity and economic vitality of the UK. C. It has been universally opposed throughout British history. D. Immigration was only allowed after 2000. Answer: B. Immigration has contributed to the cultural diversity and economic vitality of the UK. The UK has a long history of immigration, which has enriched its culture, boosted the economy, and shaped its social fabric in numerous ways. Question 40. What are the implications of Scotland's 2014 independence referendum? A. It resulted in Scotland becoming independent. B. Although the vote was to remain in the UK, it has sparked ongoing discussions about governance and autonomy within the UK. C. It has had no lasting impact on UK politics. D. It led to the immediate dissolution of the UK Parliament. Answer: B. Although the vote was to remain in the UK, it has sparked ongoing discussions about governance and autonomy within the UK. The referendum was a significant political event that has had lasting effects on the constitutional debate and devolution dynamics within the UK. Question 41. What legal protections are offered to minority groups in the UK? A. No specific laws protect minority groups. B. Protection under the Equality Act 2010, which prohibits discrimination on various grounds. C. Protection is only available through international treaties. D. Legal protections are applied differently in each region of the UK. Answer: B. Protection under the Equality Act 2010, which prohibits discrimination on various grounds including race, religion, and sexual orientation. This act is a cornerstone of UK law, ensuring that individuals receive equal treatment and are protected from discrimination. Question 42. How does the UK contribute to international climate change efforts? A. By refusing to sign any international climate agreements. B. As a leading member of international treaties like the Paris Agreement, committing to emission reduction targets. C. Solely by promoting nuclear energy. D. The UK does not acknowledge climate change. Answer B. As a leading member of international treaties like the Paris Agreement, committing to emission reduction targets, the UK actively participates in global efforts to mitigate climate change through various environmental policies and international cooperation. Question 43. What was the impact of the dissolution of the monasteries under Henry VIII? A. It strengthened the monasteries' economic and political power. B. It dispersed their wealth and lands, significantly altering the structure of society and the church. C. There was no significant impact. It was a purely symbolic act. D. It led to the creation of new religious orders. Answer B. It dispersed their wealth and lands, significantly altering the structure of society and the church. The dissolution of the monasteries under Henry VIII marked a major shift in religious and economic power in England, redistributing wealth and land from the church to the crown and lay nobility. Question 44. Discuss the establishment and role of the Bank of England. A. It was established to manage the personal finances of the monarchy. B. Founded in 1694, it functions as the central bank of the UK, managing monetary policy and national currency. C. It serves as a private bank with no public functions. D. The Bank of England plays no role in the UK economy. Answer B. Founded in 1694, it functions as the central bank of the UK, managing monetary policy and national currency. The Bank of England is crucial in the UK's financial system, overseeing monetary stability and economic policy. Question 45. What is the significance of the Battle of Britain in World War II? A. It marked the first military defeat of the UK. B. It was a significant air campaign that prevented a German invasion of the UK. C. It resulted in the UK surrendering to German forces. D. The battle had no strategic importance in World War II. Answer B. It was a significant air campaign that prevented a German invasion of the UK. The Battle of Britain is celebrated for the Royal Air Force's crucial role in defending the UK against German air attacks, proving a turning point in the Allied war effort. Question 46. How does the welfare state in the UK compare to other global models? A. The UK's welfare state is minimal and less developed than most countries. B. It is considered one of the most comprehensive, offering extensive public services, including healthcare and education. C. The UK has no welfare state system. D. The system is privatized, relying entirely on private insurance. Answer B. It is considered one of the most comprehensive, offering extensive public services, including healthcare and education. The UK's welfare state, established post-World War II, is recognised for its breadth and depth, particularly in healthcare, NHS, and social safety nets. Question 47. Discuss the role and powers of the Mayor of London. A. The Mayor has no significant powers and serves a ceremonial role. B. The Mayor of London oversees the Greater London Authority, with significant influence over transport, policing, and economic development. C. The Mayor only manages tourism and cultural events. D. The Mayor's role is limited to educational policy within London. Answer B. The Mayor of London oversees the Greater London Authority, with significant influence over transport, policing, and economic development. This role involves a broad range of executive powers impacting the day-to-day life and future planning of the capital. Question 48. What are the Crown dependencies, and what is their relationship with the UK? A. They are former colonies with no current ties to the UK. B. Independent countries that share a monarch with the UK. C. They are regions within the UK, governed directly by the Parliament. D. Self-governing possessions of the Crown, not part of the UK but reliant on it for defence and international representation. Answer: D. Self-governing possessions of the Crown, not part of the UK but reliant on it for defence and international representation. The Crown dependencies, which include the Channel Islands and the Isle of Man, have their own legislative and taxation systems, but rely on the UK for defence and international affairs. Question 49. How has the UK's role in NATO changed since the end of the Cold War? A. The UK has withdrawn from NATO. B. The UK's role has diminished as it no longer views NATO as important. C. The UK remains a leading member, adapting its role to new global security challenges. D. NATO was disbanded after the Cold War, ending the UK's involvement. Answer: C. The UK remains a leading member, adapting its role to new global security challenges. Since the Cold War, NATO has shifted its focus from collective defence against the Soviet Union to broader global security issues, with the UK playing a significant role in these new objectives. Question 50. Discuss the role of British media in shaping public opinion and policy. A. The British media has no influence on public opinion or policy. B. British media is state-controlled and does not influence public policy. C. It plays a critical role in informing the public and influencing policy through investigative reporting and analysis. D. Media in the UK is restricted to entertainment and does not cover political issues. Answer: C. It plays a critical role in informing the public and influencing policy through investigative reporting and analysis. The British media is a powerful tool in democracy, capable of swaying public opinion, holding officials accountable, and influencing policy decisions through its coverage and critique. Question 51. What were the ramifications of the UK's anti-terrorism laws post 9/11 events? A. There were no significant changes to UK law after 9/11 events. B. The laws relax existing protections and decreased surveillance. C. Enhanced security measures and surveillance, leading to debates over privacy and civil liberties. D. The UK abolished all anti-terrorism legislation. Answer: C. Enhanced security measures and surveillance, leading to debates over privacy and civil liberties. Post 9/11 events, the UK implemented stringent anti-terrorism laws that increased the government's ability to conduct surveillance and detain suspects, sparking significant debate over the balance between security and individual rights. Question 52. How does the Data Protection Act 2018 affect individuals and businesses? A. It imposes no obligations or protections, focusing instead on government data. B. The Act restricts businesses from using any form of digital data. C. It strengthens privacy protections and compliance requirements for managing personal data. D. It eliminates all previous data protection regulations. Answer: C. It strengthens privacy protections and compliance requirements for managing personal data. The Data Protection Act 2018 updates and expands the UK's data protection framework, aligning it with the GDPR, and increases both the obligations of data handlers and the rights of individuals. Question 53. What challenges does the UK face with regard to energy sustainability? A. The UK has no challenges as it has abundant fossil fuels. B. Transitioning from fossil fuels to renewable energy sources while maintaining energy security. C. The UK plans to increase its reliance on coal. D. Energy sustainability is not a priority for the UK government. Answer B. Transitioning from fossil fuels to renewable energy sources while maintaining energy security. The UK faces significant challenges in balancing the shift towards renewable energy with the need to ensure reliable and affordable energy supplies. Question 54. How did the Black Death influence societal changes in medieval England? A. It had no noticeable impact on society or the economy. B. The population decrease altered labour relations, leading to the decline of feudalism and changes in social structure. C. It led to the immediate end of the monarchy. D. The Black Death resulted in stronger feudal controls imposed by nobility. Answer B. The population decrease altered labour relations, leading to the decline of feudalism and changes in social structure. The Black Death had profound effects on medieval society, significantly reducing the population and thereby shifting economic and social dynamics, which ultimately contributed to the decline of the feudal system. Question 55. Discuss the significance of the Marylebone Cricket Club in the history of cricket. A. It has no role in cricket. It focuses on football. B. The club is known for its minor contributions to local cricket leagues. C. It played a central role in the development of cricket, standardizing rules and becoming the game's original governing body. D. It opposed the professionalization of cricket. Answer C. It played a central role in the development of cricket, standardizing rules and becoming the game's original governing body. The Marylebone Cricket Club, MCC, founded in 1787, has been hugely influential in cricket, codifying the laws of cricket and promoting the sport globally. Question 56. What are the historical and current implications of the UK's nuclear deterrent policy? A. The UK has never had a nuclear weapons program. B. It has led to economic sanctions against the UK. C. It serves as a key component of the UK's national security strategy intended to deter threats. D. The policy has been purely symbolic with no practical implications. Answer C. It serves as a key component of the UK's national security strategy intended to deter threats. The UK's maintenance of a nuclear arsenal is seen as a critical element of its defence strategy, intended to prevent aggression by ensuring that any attack on the UK would carry unacceptable consequences. Question 57. How has the concept of British identity evolved in the 21st century? A. It has become less inclusive, focusing strictly on historical Anglo-Saxon heritage. B. British identity has evolved to become more inclusive, reflecting the UK's diverse population and global influences. C. There has been no change in the concept of British identity. D. The concept of British identity is now obsolete and not recognised. Answer B. British identity has evolved to become more inclusive, reflecting the UK's diverse population and global influences. In the 21st century, British identity has increasingly embraced diversity, recognising the contributions of various ethnic and cultural groups to British society. Question 58. What legal reforms were introduced in the UK in the 21st century to combat discrimination? A. All anti-discrimination laws were repealed. B. Laws such as the Equality Act 2010 were introduced to consolidate and strengthen anti-discrimination protections. C. Discrimination laws were relaxed to encourage business. D. No significant legal reforms have been introduced regarding discrimination. Answer B. Laws such as the Equality Act 2010 were introduced to consolidate and strengthen anti-discrimination protections. This act brought together various earlier anti-discrimination laws, providing a comprehensive legal framework to protect individuals from discriminatory practices. Question 59. How does the British education system address inequality? A. By imposing uniform school fees for all levels of education. B. Through initiatives like free school meals, pupil premium grants, and policies aimed at improving access and outcomes for disadvantaged students. C. Inequality is not addressed in the British education system. D. By reducing funding for schools in disadvantaged areas. Answer. B. Through initiatives like free school meals, pupil premium grants, and policies aimed at improving access and outcomes for disadvantaged students. The UK education system employs various strategies to tackle educational inequality, ensuring that socioeconomic status does not limit educational opportunities. Question 60. What was the role of the UK in the formation of the European Union? A. The UK was the principal founder and driving force behind the EU. B. The UK was a reluctant participant, joining in 1973, not at its inception. C. The UK actively opposed the creation of the EU and never joined. D. The UK's role was limited to providing financial support without membership. Answer. B. The UK was a reluctant participant, joining in 1973, not at its inception. While not a founding member of the EU, originally the European Economic Community, the UK joined later and had a complex relationship with the Union, contributing to its policies and benefiting from membership until Brexit. Question 61. Discuss the judicial reforms under the Constitutional Reform Act 2005. A. The Act eliminated the judicial system, transferring all powers to Parliament. B. It established the Supreme Court of the United Kingdom, separating the judicial role from the House of Lords. C. It reduced the independence of the judiciary by placing it under direct government control. D. The reforms expanded the role of the monarchy in judicial decisions. Answer. B. It established the Supreme Court of the United Kingdom, separating the judicial role from the House of Lords. This act marked a significant reform in the UK's judicial system, emphasising the separation of powers and increasing judicial independence. Question 62. What impact did the Victorian era have on the expansion of the British Empire? A. The era saw a contraction of the empire due to economic crisis. B. It was a period of intense imperial expansion, with Britain asserting control over large parts of Africa and Asia. C. The Victorian era had no impact on the British Empire. D. The era solely focused on domestic reforms, ignoring imperial expansion. Answer. B. It was a period of intense imperial expansion, with Britain asserting control over large parts of Africa and Asia. The Victorian era is known for the significant growth of the British Empire, making it the largest empire in history during that time. Question 63. How are new peers appointed to the House of Lords? A. They are elected by the general population. B. Appointment is made by the Queen on the advice of the Prime Minister. C. Peers inherit their positions automatically at birth. D. All peers are appointed by the House of Commons. Answer. B. Appointment is made by the Queen on the advice of the Prime Minister. New life peers are typically appointed to the House of Lords based on the recommendation of the Prime Minister, reflecting their contributions to public life or specific expertise. Question 64. What role did Britain play in the global abolition of the slave trade? A. Britain had no involvement in the abolition movements. B. It led the international efforts to abolish the slave trade, particularly with the Slave Trade Act of 1807. C. Britain opposed all efforts to end the slave trade. D. It only abolished slavery to gain economic advantages. Answer: B. It led the international efforts to abolish the slave trade, particularly with the Slave Trade Act of 1807. Britain played a pioneering role in the abolition of the slave trade, influencing other nations and enforcing anti-slavery measures through its navy. Question 65. How does the UK manage its relationship with the Commonwealth realms? A. The UK has no special relationship with the Commonwealth realms. B. Through a shared monarch and a collaborative approach in cultural and political matters. C. The UK directly governs the Commonwealth realms. D. The relationship is managed through the European Union. Answer: B. Through a shared monarch and a collaborative approach in cultural and political matters. The UK and the Commonwealth realms share a monarch and often collaborate on various diplomatic and cultural initiatives, maintaining a relationship based on mutual respect and shared history. Question 66. What are the challenges facing the UK's public health system today? A. The system faces no significant challenges. B. Overcrowding, funding shortages, and pressures from an aging population. C. The public health system has been completely privatized. D. The UK has disbanded its public health system. Answer: B. Overcrowding, funding shortages, and pressures from an aging population. The NHS faces several significant challenges, including financial constraints, increasing demand for services, and the complex needs of an aging population. Question 67. Discuss the role of British explorers in the Age of Discovery. A. British explorers played no part in the Age of Discovery. B. They were primarily involved in scientific research, with little impact on global exploration. C. British explorers like Sir Francis Drake and Captain James Cook were pivotal in mapping the globe and establishing new trade routes. D. The explorers focused exclusively on exploring the Arctic. Answer: C. British explorers like Sir Francis Drake and Captain James Cook were pivotal in mapping the globe and establishing new trade routes. British explorers made significant contributions to global navigation and the expansion of European knowledge about the wider world. Question 68. What led to the establishment of the British welfare state after World War II? A. There was a general desire to return to pre-war economic policies. B. The welfare state was created as a result of foreign pressure. C. Inspired by the Beveridge Report, it was established to provide comprehensive social security and public services. D. It was established accidentally, with no real planning or forethought. Answer: C. Inspired by the Beveridge Report, it was established to provide comprehensive social security and public services. The formation of the welfare state was a deliberate effort to address social inequalities and provide support across the society, particularly in health, education, and welfare. Question 69. How did the English language evolve and spread during the British Empire? A. The language remained confined to England. B. English spread primarily through trade and colonization, becoming a global lingua franca. C. The spread of English was heavily resisted globally. D. English evolved into multiple different languages. Answer: B. English spread primarily through trade and colonization, becoming a global lingua franca, the expansion of the British Empire played a crucial role in spreading the English language worldwide, making it one of the most widely spoken languages today. Question 70. What is question time, and why is it important in the UK Parliament? A. It is a ceremonial event with no real significance. B. A weekly session where MPs question the Prime Minister and other cabinet ministers, promoting transparency and accountability. C. It is only for the opposition to question the ruling party. D. A private meeting where government policies are decided. Answer: B. A weekly session where MPs question the Prime Minister and other cabinet ministers, promoting transparency and accountability. Question time is a key parliamentary mechanism that allows for scrutiny of government actions and policies, fostering democratic debate. Question 71. How does the Freedom of Information Act benefit UK citizens? A. It restricts access to governmental information. B. By allowing public access to information held by public authorities, enhancing transparency and accountability. C. The Act benefits only government officials. D. It has largely been ineffective and is rarely used. Answer: B. By allowing public access to information held by public authorities, enhancing transparency and accountability. The Freedom of Information Act is an essential tool for democracy, enabling citizens to understand and scrutinize the workings of government. Question 72. Discuss the significance of Stonehenge in terms of British cultural heritage. A. It is a modern sculpture with no historical significance. B. Stonehenge is a key prehistoric monument that offers insights into ancient ceremonial and religious practices. C. It was built in the Victorian era as a tourist attraction. D. The significance of Stonehenge is still unknown. Answer: B. Stonehenge is a key prehistoric monument that offers insights into ancient ceremonial and religious practices. Stonehenge is one of the UK's most famous and culturally significant prehistoric sites, symbolizing mystery and historical intrigue. Question 73. What are the main factors driving current UK immigration policy? A. The policy is driven solely by economic factors. B. Political, economic, and humanitarian considerations shape the policy. C. Immigration policy is determined by random selection. D. The UK does not have an immigration policy. Answer: B. Political, economic, and humanitarian considerations shape the policy. UK immigration policy is complex, influenced by a range of factors including labour market needs, political pressures, and international humanitarian obligations. Question 74. How did the fall of the Berlin Wall affect UK-German relations? A. It worsened relations as the UK opposed German reunification. B. Relations remained unchanged. C. It improved relations, leading to stronger diplomatic and economic ties. D. The UK was indifferent to the events in Germany. Answer: C. It improved relations, leading to stronger diplomatic and economic ties. The fall of the Berlin Wall and the subsequent German reunification marked a new era in UK-German relations, characterized by cooperation in various fields. Question 75. What steps has the UK taken to address the issue of homelessness? A. The UK has ignored the issue. B. Legislation and funding for housing initiatives and support services have been implemented to reduce homelessness. C. Homelessness has been criminalized to reduce its visibility. D. The government has outsourced the responsibility to private companies. Answer B. Legislation and funding for housing initiatives and support services have been implemented to reduce homelessness. The UK government has taken active steps, including legislative measures and funding for programmes aimed at preventing and reducing homelessness. Question 76. Discuss the historical significance of the Royal Navy in shaping the British Empire. A. The Royal Navy played a minimal role and was largely ceremonial. B. It was pivotal in establishing and maintaining British maritime dominance and protecting trade routes. C. The Navy was only active during wartime. D. It competed with the navies of the British colonies rather than defending them. Answer B. It was pivotal in establishing and maintaining British maritime dominance and protecting trade routes. The Royal Navy was instrumental in the expansion and maintenance of the British Empire, ensuring control over the seas and facilitating the Empire's global influence. Question 77. How have UK labour laws evolved since the 20th century? A. They have become more restrictive on workers' rights. B. There has been a progressive strengthening of workers' rights and protections. C. UK labour laws have remained unchanged since the early 1900s. D. Labour laws now focus exclusively on employer protections. Answer B. There has been a progressive strengthening of workers' rights and protections. Over the 20th and into the 21st century, UK labour laws have evolved to offer greater protections for workers, including rights to fair wages, safe working conditions, and the right to unionise. Question 78. What was the significance of the Enclosure Acts in British agricultural history? A. They had no impact on agriculture, but affected urban development. B. The Acts facilitated the modernisation of agriculture by consolidating small landholdings into larger farms. C. They banned the enclosure of any agricultural land. D. The Acts discouraged agricultural innovation. Answer B. The Acts facilitated the modernisation of agriculture by consolidating small landholdings into larger farms. The Enclosure Acts were significant in transforming the landscape of British agriculture, promoting more efficient farming practices, but also contributing to social upheaval and migration to cities. Question 79. How does the UK electoral system impact political representation? A. It ensures absolute equality in representation. B. The first-past-the-post system can lead to disproportional representation, benefiting larger political parties. C. It allows every citizen to hold a political office. D. The system is based on a lottery. Answer B. The first-past-the-post system can lead to disproportional representation, benefiting larger political parties. While the system simplifies the electoral process, it often results in a mismatch between the percentage of votes received and the number of seats won in Parliament. Question 80. Discuss the significance of Shakespeare in British literature and global culture. A. Shakespeare is an obscure figure with little influence on literature. B. He is considered one of the greatest playwrights and poets, profoundly influencing English literature and the arts worldwide. C. His works are relevant only within the context of British history. D. Shakespeare's works were primarily political manifestos. Answer B. He is considered one of the greatest playwrights and poets, profoundly influencing English literature and the arts worldwide. William Shakespeare's contributions to English literature are immense, with his plays and poetry resonating globally and continuing to be studied and celebrated for their artistic and human insight. Question 81. How has London's role as a global financial centre evolved? A. London has declined significantly and is no longer a major financial hub. B. It has maintained a steady, unchanged role since the 19th century. C. London continues to adapt and grow, reinforcing its status as a leading global financial hub. D. The city has transitioned away from finance to focus solely on tourism. Answer: C. London continues to adapt and grow, reinforcing its status as a leading global financial hub. Despite challenges like Brexit, London remains a crucial player in the global financial market, known for its robust financial services and innovative financial technology sector. Question 82. What were the main causes and effects of the UK's economic crisis in the 1970s? A. The crisis was caused solely by external oil shocks with no domestic factors. B. It led to increased prosperity and economic stability. C. Causes included industrial unrest and oil price shocks, leading to stagflation and economic restructuring. D. The crisis had no lasting effects on the UK economy. Answer: C. Causes included industrial unrest and oil price shocks, leading to stagflation and economic restructuring. The 1970s economic crisis was marked by high inflation and slow growth, prompting significant changes in economic policies and industrial practices in the following decades. Question 83. How did the Falklands War impact UK-Argentina relations? A. It improved diplomatic relations between the two countries. B. The conflict had no impact on international relations. C. It led to a long-term improvement in military cooperation. D. The war strained relations, with lasting impacts on diplomatic engagements. Answer: D. The war strained relations, with lasting impacts on diplomatic engagements. The Falklands War in 1982 significantly soiled UK-Argentina relations, leading to ongoing tensions and complex diplomatic challenges over sovereignty issues. Question 84. Discuss the role of the UK in global scientific research and innovation. A. The UK plays a minor role in global science and innovation. B. It is a leader in areas like pharmaceuticals, engineering and technology, contributing significantly to global research. C. UK scientific research is limited to historical studies. D. The UK only participates in research through international partnerships. Answer: B. It is a leader in areas like pharmaceuticals, engineering and technology, contributing significantly to global research. The UK is renowned for its strong research institutions, substantial investment in innovation, and leading role in various scientific breakthroughs. Question 85. How has the concept of civil liberties evolved in UK law? A. Civil liberties have progressively been restricted. B. They have remained static and unchanged since the Middle Ages. C. UK law has expanded civil liberties, particularly through legislation like the Human Rights Act 1998. D. Civil liberties are a recent concept and not yet integrated into UK law. Answer: C. UK law has expanded civil liberties, particularly through legislation like the Human Rights Act 1998. The evolution of civil liberties in the UK has been marked by increasing legal protections for individual rights and freedoms, reflecting broader democratic values. Question 86. What impact did the Iron Lady Margaret Thatcher have on the UK and its policies? A. She had a negligible impact during her brief term. B. Thatcher's policies focused on expanding the welfare state. C. Her tenure was marked by significant economic liberalisation and controversial social policies. D. She reversed industrialisation to promote agricultural sectors. Answer. C. Her tenure was marked by significant economic liberalisation and controversial social policies. Margaret Thatcher, known as the Iron Lady, implemented policies that dramatically changed the UK's economic landscape, reducing state intervention and promoting free market principles. Question 87. How is British heritage preserved and promoted? A. Through the destruction of historical sites to make way for modern developments. B. Heritage is not valued or preserved in the UK. C. By organisations like English Heritage and National Trust, which maintain and showcase historical sites and artefacts. D. Solely through private funding without any public support. Answer. C. By organisations like English Heritage and National Trust, which maintain and showcase historical sites and artefacts. These organisations play a crucial role in preserving and promoting British heritage, ensuring historical and cultural sites are preserved for educational and tourism purposes. Question 88. Discuss the changes in UK border control and immigration law post-Brexit. A. There were no changes. Policies remained as they were within the EU. B. The UK has completely opened its borders to all international travellers. C. Post-Brexit, the UK has implemented a points-based immigration system to manage migration more effectively. D. The UK has ceased all border controls. Answer. C. Post-Brexit, the UK has implemented a points-based immigration system to manage migration more effectively. This new system aims to control and reduce migration, focusing on skills and qualifications to address specific labour market needs. Question 89. What is the significance of the right to die debates in UK law? A. It revolves around the legalisation of all forms of euthanasia. B. The debate highlights ongoing discussions about assisted dying, balancing ethical considerations and personal autonomy. C. The right to die has been fully implemented without controversy. D. There is no legal or public debate on this issue in the UK. Answer. B. The debate highlights ongoing discussions about assisted dying, balancing ethical considerations and personal autonomy. The right to die debate in the UK is a complex legal and ethical issue, involving discussions on how to respect individual choice while ensuring ethical standards are maintained. Question 90. How did the Gunpowder Plot influence British political and religious life? A. It had no impact on British society. B. It led to stricter controls on Catholicism and increased parliamentary security. C. The plot was fully supported by the government. D. It resulted in the abolition of the monarchy. Answer. B. It led to stricter controls on Catholicism and increased parliamentary security. The Gunpowder Plot of 1605, an attempted assassination of King James I and Parliament members, heightened anti-Catholic sentiment and led to increased security measures that continue to influence ceremonial events like the state opening of Parliament. Question 91. Discuss the impact of the digital revolution on the UK economy. A. The digital revolution led to a decline in technological adoption in the UK. B. It has transformed industries, boosting productivity, innovation, and creating new market opportunities. C. It only affected the communication sector. D. The UK has resisted digital advancements. Answer. B. It has transformed industries, boosting productivity, innovation, and creating new market opportunities. The digital revolution has had a profound impact on the UK economy, from enhancing service delivery in public sectors to driving growth in sectors like fintech and digital media. Question 92. What measures has the UK implemented to combat online extremism? A. The UK has no online regulations or measures against extremism. B. Strict regulations, including the requirement for Internet companies to monitor and remove extremist content. C. Online extremism is encouraged as part of free speech. D. Measures are only proposed but never implemented. Answer: B. Strict regulations, including the requirement for Internet companies to monitor and remove extremist content. The UK government has taken active steps to address online extremism, implementing laws that require cooperation from Internet platforms in monitoring and combating extremist material. Question 93. How has the UK addressed gender equality in the workplace? A. By repealing all previous gender equality legislation. B. Gender equality issues are not recognised or addressed. C. Through laws like the Equality Act 2010 and initiatives to promote workplace diversity and equal pay. D. Gender equality is managed individually by companies without government intervention. Answer: C. Through laws like the Equality Act 2010 and initiatives to promote workplace diversity and equal pay, the UK has made significant strides in promoting gender equality in the workplace, implementing legal frameworks and policies to ensure fair treatment and equal opportunities for all genders. Question 94. What are the effects of the UK's ageing population on its social services? A. It has reduced the strain on social services. B. There is an increased demand for healthcare and pension services, challenging the sustainability of these systems. C. The ageing population has had no effect on social services. D. It has led to a surplus in social service funding. Answer: B. There is an increased demand for healthcare and pension services, challenging the sustainability of these systems. The ageing population in the UK poses significant challenges to social services, particularly in healthcare and pensions, requiring adjustments in policy and funding to meet these demands. Question 95. Discuss the role of the arts in UK cultural diplomacy. A. The arts play no role in the UK's diplomatic efforts. B. The arts are used extensively to foster international goodwill and cultural exchange. C. UK cultural diplomacy focuses solely on economic trade. D. The arts are considered irrelevant to modern diplomacy. Answer: B. The arts are used extensively to foster international goodwill and cultural exchange. The UK leverages its rich cultural heritage and vibrant contemporary art scene to enhance its diplomatic relationships, promote its values abroad, and build bridges between nations.